Australia? Nobody. Azerbaijan? Bangladesh? Barbados?
Good morning. My name is
No.
Gillian, and I'm from the Best of Santos Public Health Laboratory in Barbados. Happy to
You
be
are welcome. Thank you. Belize?
Hi, good morning, everyone. This is Celso Carrera from the Central Medical Laboratory, the country of Belize, Ministry of Health.
Thank you. Canada?
Good morning, Michelle McLaughlin from the Public Health Agency of Canada.
Thank you. Cape Verde? Cape Verde? Denmark?
Hello, everybody. This is Johannes Rosenstand from Center for Biosecurity and Biopreparedness from Denmark.
Thank you for coming. Finland?
Good afternoon. This is Simon Ikkari from the Centers for Biothreat Preparedness and Military Medicine.
Nice to hear from you, Professor. German?
Hi.
German?
Hello, everybody. This is Amelie Blume for the German Federal Foreign Office.
Welcome. Ghana? India? Indonesia? Jordan? Kenya? Mali? Malaysia? Netherlands? Nigeria?
Good afternoon, everybody. This is Ogarega Daudu from the Nigeria Center for Disease Control. Thank you.
You're welcome. Peru?
You also have Anthony Ahobibe from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, Nigeria. Thank you.
Welcome.
Peru? Ernesto Goser from Cayetano Heredia University in Lima, Peru.
Oh, thank you for coming. Portugal?
On.
Sofia Núncio from the National Institute of Health in Portugal.
Welcome. Republic of Korea? Republic of Korea? Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia? Singapore? Spain? South Africa? Tanzania? Thailand? Hi.
Nyambura Moremi from MOH, Tanzania.
Welcome, welcome. Uganda? United Kingdom?
Joseph Nkodio from Uganda.
Welcome.
Thank you.
UK, United Kingdom? Ukraine?
Hi, this is Anna Prihodko from the Public Health Center of the Ministry of Health of Ukraine.
Welcome. USA?
Good morning, everyone. Pavan Angra from CDC, Atlanta.
Welcome, welcome. Is there anybody from, pardon?
This is Dana Perkins, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
You're welcome. Any national, international organization present? Please just speak and I'll hear you. Is WHO?
Yes. This is Maureen Ellis from the International Federation of Biosafety Associations.
Nice to hear you. Next international organization present?
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Rick Blijt from the representative of the IEG BBR and also from the Netherlands Biosecurity Office.
Nice to hear from you. Next.
Hi, everybody. Remy Bakuya here for the BWC team in UNODA.
Nice to hear from you. Next.
Hello, everyone. This is Jacob Eccles with NTI.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. Next.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. This is Inas Mohammed from the UN Office for Disarmament Affairs 1540 Support Unit.
Thank you. Next.
Hello, everyone. Samantha Dietrich from Merrick and Company.
Oh, nice to hear from you. Next.
Hello, everyone. This is
Dr. Toku Marta from Africa CC. Thank you.
Next, thank you. Next.
Hello, everyone. This is Don Mapatano from HHS OGA, United States.
Thank you. Next.
Hello, this is Kaz from WHO, World Health Organization.
Oh, nice to have you. You are welcome. Next. Okay, if there's anybody, who comes in, we'll introduce themselves when they come. Thank you very much for all of you members. The next item is, we sent the agenda to you already. Please, can you adopt the agenda so that it guides our meeting? Any amendment? I don't see any. Agenda adopted. I'll start with the updates from the Global Security Leadership meetings. Just give you a few updates, not all of them, but briefly. The Global Security Task Force on Action Package Coordination hosted a planning virtual meeting between 18th and 19th this month for the action package leads. And this was attended by the chair from Italy. And he passed the following message to us. He gave an overview of priorities and goals for 2022, and also priorities beyond 2022, global security beyond 2022. And he said he will give us time as we go along to discuss that issue, global security beyond 2024. As you know, this current project ends in 2024. In his discussion, he emphasized revisiting the previous global security engagement and moving forward the successful activities or initiative, that is consolidating those which are successful or initiative so that we consolidate them. He emphasized that. And he also asked us to look at our priorities in the wake of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we have to do another prioritizing of our work in view of the pandemic. He also said that they will try and provide support to countries with limited resources so that they can contribute to the global security targets in achieving high scores. And that was very, very good. I think I will summarize that. And Jacobo, if you don't mind, you can send the speech of the chair from Italy to members so that they can get the details. But those are some of the key messages he left with us in that meeting. The task force on coordination of action package also emphasized the following points, which I also want to give. For the action package, we need to expand within and without our package. That is collaborating with other packages, and it's also involving people as like non-state actors within and without our domain. It was also emphasized that action package contacts should be sent, and I'm sure, Jacobo, you have already done that, and maybe we can pass it to members to see if there's anything they need to amend so that we send it, because we are supposed to send it by 1st February, next February. By 1st, we should have sent the contact list. We are also supposed to send to the task force the work plan by 18th Feb, so that, you know, they have our plan. That is the task force. They also asked us to revise the terms of reference, our package terms of reference in view of the pandemic. And of course, they told us we shall be having a monthly webinar series in collaboration with the task force. And this may be, we shall represent you. The co-chairs will represent you on this to take your views there. And of course, you know, the task force will take it to the steering group. They were also supposed to send a calendar of our routine coordination meeting. Of course, it is going to be every Thursday, every last Thursday of the month. And please, Peter, you can do that. You can draft it and you circulate it, and then we send it to them, because they need to know where, so that sometimes they can even join us. They need to know when we are meeting, monthly meetings. We are also supposed to attend quarterly meeting of action package leads, usually before the steering group meeting, so that we can forward our ideas, our challenges to the steering group, the global security steering group. We are also supposed to add to submit impact stories to the global security bulletin. And so those are some of the salient features we discussed in the planning meeting, which was called by the task force coordinating action package, which is led by Saudi Arabia. I think that is all I have to present on the leadership messages from the task force and also from the chair. I think today's most important thing really is the work plan, because as you know, the work plan will guide all our activities. And I want to request that all of us participate in the development of this plan, come out with the impact activities, which can really put a big impact on our package, so that, you know, we put a dent on this. So I want to request all members to have an input. We are still working on the plan, on the draft, but we want everybody to have an input. And we shall even accept a comment like no comment on the work plan. That means all of us are buying that plan and we are going to implement it. So I'm going to ask my colleague, Peter, to really go through the plan, which Jacob will screen, so that we have more time to discuss this and to get your input, so that we make sure that it will be guiding us the whole of this year. And then after that, of course, I'll ask you about your request. And also, I'm also expecting you to give me some ongoing activities and initiative in our package, and then maybe any other business. So Peter, can you please go ahead and outline the annual work plan, and then we can go into the discussion. Peter, take the floor, please. Peter, take the floor. Peter, we don't hear you. Peter Babigumira, we don't hear you.
I don't think his connection is working, Dr. Makumbi.
Peter, are you okay? Oh dear. Okay.
Dr. Youssef, if helpful, I can step in and walk through.
Please step in. Please step in.
All right. Hello, everyone. Looks like Peter's connection, I know, was weak this morning. So if he rejoins, hopefully he'll be able to step in and do this. But we did want to give an overview of the the work plan as it's currently drafted, noting that this is draft and we'll put a specific call out to the group for input and welcome your thoughts and feedback. What you'll see here on the screen this morning is largely the new content broken down into our ultimate objective and then the different strategic objectives that we've laid out, or the chairs have laid out for this coming year, followed by specific action areas and actions that need to be taken throughout the year. You'll see the first page or so is largely similar to previous years with the considerations. However, we have added two specific new bullet points drawn from the statement on the pandemic that was developed back in 2020, I believe, and have added them here, recognizing that the world in which we're working is now radically different than the one that the action package started its work in. So as you read through these, the text is largely the same, but please do note that there have been a few changes. Following that, we do get down into the work plan. You see here is the overview outlining the ultimate outcome that's expected, the strategic objectives that the chair has chosen, and the priority activities. As you continue through, you will see that the first strategic objective is to improve action package efficiency and functioning. This does advance the strategic objectives of the GHSA 2024, specifically these three here, and is largely focused on improving our operations. So working to update our annual work plan, staying in regular contact with the action package coordination task force. Many of the things that Dr. Mukumbi has already outlined and those requirements that have been set out for the action package by the chair of GHSA. Right here in each section, you'll note that there are champions for this strategic objective. Right now, the action package chair is listed in each one. NTI in our role as we help coordinate the action package. You'll also see our name already here, but we do welcome additional champions. If there's a specific strategic objective that you would like to focus on, please do list your name here. Moving down, you'll see priority activities and actions. The priority activity is the broad category of action in which we want to work. So for this first one, to expand the action package network to include all GHSA members and other relevant stakeholders. So this really focuses on that piece that Dr. Mukumbi was talking about, how we need to expand beyond our action package. So whether that's incorporating work from and efforts from the laboratory systems action package, or increasing our membership among other GHSA member states and organizations, I think this is where that goes. As you'll see, it breaks out into a couple different specific actions and lists responsibility for that and the date in which it's due or that it's ongoing. This format continues throughout the entire document. We do not view, the chairs do not view this as final, and we do welcome additional priority activities if you have thoughts on them or specific actions to fall under existing priority activities. Continuing through, rather than walking line by line through the entire thing, we'll focus on the big strategic objectives. And then in your review, you can go through and look at the specific line items. But you'll see that this first strategic objective does specifically focus on the management, operations, and expansion of the action package itself. Moving into strategic objective number 2, you'll see that we want to emphasize the importance of biosafety and biosecurity with external audiences. So we want to ensure that we are taking a critical focus on how do we expand our reach. So collaborating with other existing networks, such as the Global Biosecurity Dialogue, the Global Partnership Against the Spread of Weapons of Materials of Mass Destruction, and others. The work of the action package already reaches into these specific areas, and we have the collaboration of many multilateral institutions like WHO and the BWCISU, but we do want to consider how we can further expand our network and leverage those connections to ensure that we advance our priorities and link into the GHSA 2024 framework as appropriate. Again, the format is largely the same, where you will see the champions for this strategic objective, priority activities, whether that's coordinating action package activities to ensure it achieves its mandate. So looking at how do we develop a calendar and make sure that we update it routinely to include meetings and events and relay that information to the Action Package Coordination Task Force. Whether also that's looking at how Action Package leads can participate in global partnership meetings, other things like that. You'll see that as we go through. One thing that we do want to highlight once again, Dr. Mukumbi has already said it, but we do want to submit impact stories to the website regularly. We're still looking at the specific logistics of how to update our page. That's in motion thanks to the efforts of the previous chair. But we do want to make sure there's new content on that site. So if you, throughout the year, as you consider your efforts, and if there are things that you want to highlight, please do know that you can send those things to the chairs and we can work to put them on the website. Additionally, the community corner, we will be starting that up come next month. Right now, there are potential opportunities for efforts here, whether that's to or sending that in monthly, or potentially helping to coordinate an issue once or twice throughout the year. The final strategic objective is to facilitate capacity and capability improvements. So looking at what the capacities that are needed at the country level, regional level, conducting and training and capacity building exercises, things like that. So once again, the format for this section stays the same, and we welcome inputs on priority activities and actions underneath that. We want to make sure that this is representative of the efforts across the world, noting that this is a global body, and we have representatives from virtually every continent and many different countries and organizations. So if there are specific actions that you are working on here, whether that's to create the legislative environment that's conducive to implementation, please feel free to include those points and those actions here. And we can look for ways to either provide lessons learned, coordinate activities or knowledge sharing, things like that as part of Action Package operations. With that, I will go ahead and turn back to Dr. Mukumbi and Peter, if his audio has connected, to see if they have any other things that they would like to note about the work plan. But I think we do have time for a hopefully robust discussion on specifics for the Action Package during this time. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jacob. That was wonderful. Peter, are you on now? No comments. Okay, no comments. Okay, I've seen it. Sorry about your connection. Sorry about your connection. So members, now this is the time for us to, of course, discuss, but we cannot discuss it exhaustively, but we are looking at strategic activities and objectives, and then we'll incorporate them into, this is, as Jacob said, this is a draft. We want all of us to buy it or to buy in, and therefore all of us should contribute. Whatever contribution will be welcome. So can I now hear from members, what do you think of the strategic objectives, the key active or the strategic activities, so that we can discuss them now. I'll do that by, maybe if I see a hand, I'll give you the opportunity to address us. Any hand? I don't see any hand yet. Any hand? I don't see any. Members, anything, any contribution? You can, okay, Professor Simon.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Dr. Issa. I was just I think this is a great work plan, and it really reflects the important work of this group. I was wondering on when people read this, it might benefit if we had a one-pager with the main topics and then supported by all the more specific actions. This is a great paper as it is, but I was thinking that maybe it would be for somebody who is not familiar with our work to see the main topics first and then sort of dive into the more details. Thank you.
Oh, that's a brief. May I ask Peter to work with the professor on that one pager so that we can circulate to members and anybody who wants to know about the kind of work we are doing. Thank you very much. Kindly put down your hand so that I can see others. Any other hand? Please don't be shy. All comments are important. All comments are important. There is no comment which is not important. Please go. Please make a comment. Okay. Okay. Yes, Dr. Morota.
Thank you very much, Chair. As members are still thinking of additional comments, I also wanted to add into the presentation that Jacob made, in that you'll find that there are comments that have been put on the sidebars on the work plan with some specific actions for you as you provide your input. One of these key specific actions required from the members is that in each of these strategic areas, we are also looking for additional champions. So, for example, if it's the first strategic area, we are looking at expansion of membership, linking with other packages and so forth. If as an institution, an agent, or a member state, this is an area where...
Buenos días. ¿Qué tal?
This is an area where you have some specific capabilities and capacity. Then we are looking for volunteers to sort of take the lead in that specific strategic area, working together with the leadership of the action package. So I think this is a plea to the members that as you go through, please identify areas where potentially you could participate more actively as sort of the champions based on the capacity, capabilities, and the current strengths you have in your areas of work. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. Before Julie comes in, I think that's a very critical point. All of us must be players. We are a team, we must play. Everybody must play, pass the ball to the other. Nobody should just stand in the field. Please, all of us must be players so that we contribute to shooting the goal. So please, I think that's a very important point. If there is, let's say, training, and there's somebody who can help us to develop a curriculum, that's really, that's kicking the ball towards the goal. So that's a very important point. Okay, Julie, please take the floor. Julie, take the floor.
Thank you so much, Dr. Makumbi. I wanted to speak to the issue of engaging the external audiences. I think that there is an enormous opportunity here, and this is a very important issue that has been raised and emphasized as a strategic objective. I do think it's important for us, there are networks cited here, but to identify who some of those external audiences are that we are trying to reach so that we can be most effective. I also suggest that that this action package would be an excellent leader for the planned series of webinars that the Action Package Coordination Task Force and the Task Force on Advocacy and Communications are planning together. There will be a series starting in February. You will see the announcements very soon, but it is an opportunity to use the communications across all of GHSA and to target external audiences if there is an issue that we can really showcase here, to call for more participation, to raise awareness of what this action package is doing, and to, I think, to share some of the really important observations and lessons that have been showcased by members of this action package in the past year already. So I think that this is an opportunity to meet some of those objectives by quickly using that platform coming soon to meet the strategic objective of reaching audiences. And then again, I think defining those audiences is incredibly important. CRDF Global would be happy to support that. And then in my task force on advocacy and communications hat, also very happy to see what we can do to help provide support for the action package.
Julie, those are great points. Those are great points. As you remember, I said that we must expand our network within and without. And here we're also thinking of the private, the NGOs. Actually, the word I want to use is socialize the package, socialize it in country. There are many groups in country where we can socialize this package. There is Rotary, there is many groups. We can socialize. There are many target groups we can socialize within the country, and those are good examples or impact examples which may have a multiplier effect. And in particular here, non-state actors really should be part of the expansion. I thank you, Julie, for that great point. Next.
Chair, Max's hand is up.
Maxwell, please come in the floor.
Thank you, Chair. Hello, sorry, I'm in motion. I might not be very clear, but I just wanted to thank Job for job well done. I think it's I like the priority activities, but I have a little concern with the strategic objective number 2, the use of emphasize. I would rather we make it an actionable objective. I think it would be smarter. Instead of saying just emphasizing, say something like deepen the understanding of the role of biosafety and biosecurity among external stakeholders. I think that would kind of like show the fact that you're on a mission, you're taking action that in sync with the priority activities that have been suggested. Thank you very much.
Of course, that will also multiply our advocacy if they understand what we are doing or what is all the subject is about. That's also a great point. Thank you, Max. I'm looking for hands up. I'm about to close this agenda item, but please take an opportunity and say something.
Thank you, Dr. Mukumbi. This is Jacob again. Wearing my NTI hat, I would just note that as we work with our other partners to implement and move the global biosecurity dialogue forward, noting our recent meeting this month, I think we would certainly be willing and excited to work with the APP3 chairs and members to ensure we have the right people at the table and look for ways to find commonalities among our work, whether that and make sure that the connections are between the two groups are there, and we build on each other's work and are not duplicative. But very excited for the coming year of work and how things are shaping up through this work plan. Over.
Thank you very much, Jacob. And this is again a great point because there are so many initiatives, like for example, the Africa CDC Bio initiative about biosecurity, reaching out to the public representative, the members of parliament. That's a great initiative. As you said, the dialogue, the global dialogue, all these are efforts which we must capture so that there's no duplication, but rather reinforcing each other when we work together. So all this is really, these are very important points, great points, because that means that we are reinforcing our work plan and also making progress towards the target of global security 2024. So that's a great point, Jacob. we need to look out. And if anybody knows such groups elsewhere, please bring them to our attention so that we harness or we collaborate with them. Because, you know, if they are doing part of our work, we are very happy with that. We are the people who shall get the credit. I thank you very much. Any other? I don't see any other hand. I'm going to, is there another hand? Okay, please take the floor.
Yes, thank you again. Sorry for coming back. I was looking at the strategic objectives, the last one. I'm looking at the list of priorities of particular attention, what I want to focus my attention is developing priority pathogen list. I wanted to just kind of extend it to, you will recall this our own country experience that we have gone a step further, and we have now developed an inventory. We have a national inventory of pathogens that we keep updating from time to time. I do not know whether it would be appropriate for us to extend a little further and say, okay, support the partner countries to develop their own inventory, like we have. I'll just propose it, so that we not only develop the list, that we actually have an inventory. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. I think that's a great point again. Inventory of select agents is very critical in our package. And people who have done the inventory of select agents can share so that all members of this package should really have an inventory of select agents, and that would tie it with laboratory licensing. So that we know where these high pathogens are, and you know, so that we can keep them in check or using good practice. I think that's also a great point. We need to share this, like maybe in the bulletin, we can how we did this inventory and how it can be done and who can assist in doing this inventory. So I think that's again a great point. So I want really to bring this to the end, and I go to the next item on the agenda, but I thank you very much for those who have contributed. I want now to hear from any requests from members. If there is any special request, I want to receive it, and maybe either for passing upwards or for working on. Any action requests from members? I don't see any hand. No special requests. Okay, Jacob, is that a new hand?
It is a new hand. I'll just note very briefly, you've already said it, but we do need to update our points of contact for all of the different organizations that are part of the action package. So in the materials that are sent out following the meeting, when we send the minutes out, please expect a request for update across your governments and organizations to ensure that we have the appropriate points of contact. So that will be included in the action items.
Okay, I think we give that one a deadline. 3 days after receiving the minutes, you should give us whether there's any amendment in the list of contacts so that we can send them, because they are needed by the 1st of next month. Thank you very much, Jacob. Any other requests from members? Jacob, put down your hand so that I can see other hands. No other hand. Good. Okay, can we go to the next item on the agenda, which is ongoing activities and initiative in our package. If there is anybody who has an ongoing activity or initiative which we need to know, I think, Dr. Tokmo, you could talk about the Africa CDC Bio. Maybe that's a new initiative. The global, I think, dialogue is not new, everybody knows. So any members, please give us in activity going on or initiatives which are there. Again, I'll use, if you can see any hands, then I'll request you to address us. Dr. Maroto, can you start by giving the new initiative of Africa Bio initiative to members so that they know what's going on?
Yes, Chair. I see a hand from Pawan Angra. Guess who?
Okay, after you, after you, then I'll go to Panandwa. Yeah, after you.
Yes, Chair. So maybe if you are a bit clearer, which initiative, the global partnership, the Africa CDC?
No. It's the Africa CDC Bio initiative of the one we are working on.
Yes, thank you, Chair. So for the Africa CDC, since 2019, they launched the Biosafety and Biosecurity Initiative. This done in collaboration with the African Union member states, together with its regional and international partners. And the main goal of this initiative is really to strengthen the capacities of the African Union member states, such that they can be able to comply with some of the international as well as local requirements for biosafety and biosecurity, including such regulations that they've attested to, including the BWC, the GHSA, which we are in now, as well as the international health regulations and so forth. So the initiative is being implemented in 5 broad areas. Firstly, we are looking at developing a regional biosafety and biosecurity legislative framework, given the feedback from member states that most of the member states in the region do not have legislation that specifically speaks to and address the issue of biosafety and biosecurity. So we have gone through a process of consulting with member states, and the draft legislative framework has been submitted to the African Union for their review and adoption. We expect this process to take another year to 2 within the AU system until it reaches the Heads of State Summit for their endorsement. Following that, we will then go through a domestication process for this to be customized or domesticated within member states. The second priority area is really the establishment of regional and continental structures responsible for coordinating the implementation of this initiative. In line with that, we have set up and operationalized 5 regional biosafety and biosecurity technical working groups, which are multi-sectorial, multi-expert, made up of officially nominated members from member states. So these members transact across many disciplines, including human, animal health, agriculture, security, institutions of higher learning, civil society, members of parliament, and so forth. And these technical working groups have really helped us as a platform for engaging member states in a structured and organized manner for many of the initiatives and interventions that we have implemented at the regional level. The third area is the development of a regionally accepted and endorsed training and certification professional program for biosafety and biosecurity. Here, really would like to start recognizing biosafety and biosecurity as a professional program that our young scientists and upcoming scientists can pursue as a professional program, and also contribute towards building the appropriately skilled personnel for the surge capacity that is needed. So there are 4 specialized areas that we have started with in this professional program. This includes biorisk management, service and maintenance of biological safety cabinets, waste management, as well as maintenance and management of high containment facilities. We are also pleased that we have made a lot of progress, and just in December last year, this program was endorsed by member states, and in the next 2 to 3 months, we will be officially launching this program for implementation. And the third area, the fourth area, we're looking at developing a regulatory and certification framework for institutions that are handling some of these high-risk pathogens. So these are your formerly BSL-3, BSL-4 laboratories based on previous classifications. So what we're really looking at is based on the requests from member states. We currently do not have probably regionally acceptable minimum standards for biosafety and biosecurity for these high containment facilities, and also evaluation tools that member states can use to check whether these facilities are actually complying to the requirements for biosafety and biosecurity. We are also pleased to say that we are making progress in this area. In the first week of March, we will be convening our first expert meeting from experts from the region to review the draft minimum standards, as well as the evaluation and evaluation tool that we have developed. The idea is for us to provide member states with a framework that they can use to certify or authorize these institutions to perform some of these tasks that involve high-risk pathogen. And the last element, Chair, is just strengthening our national public health institutes and national reference laboratory networks in the area of biosafety and biosecurity. And we have largely, in the last 18 months, conducting mostly training of trainers to build capacity in country for possible expansion in the country. And we're doing this in the context of COVID-19, given the pandemic. And we have held several training of trainers in a number of countries across the region. So, Chair, in a nutshell, this is the Africa CDC Biosafety and Biosecurity Initiative. And I would like to thank many of the members that are on this platform. We have engaged us separately with many of their expertise, and also opening up opportunities for our colleagues in the region to access some of the trainings, to access some of the expertise that is available. And we strongly encourage that to continue. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Dr. Murta. That was fantastic, because in our plan, our annual work plan, there is a strengthening regional aspects, and then now they are bringing a factor of regional cooperation, a sharing of knowledge, skills is going to be also very, very, very good during this year. We need regions to share whatever they are doing, as now this is quite rich. This region, what you are talking about, the African region, has some quite rich areas which is tackling. So regional cooperation, regional collaboration, we should fertilize each other, synergize each other, so that in the end we have a big leap forward in our package. Can I request Paran Angra to come take the floor?
Thank you so much. I think this is a really great call we are going on, and looking at the work plan overview. The CDC is continuously, providing and facilitating the capacity building in many countries, and I'm providing those information and updates on regular basis in the calls. So this month I'm just highlighting some of the work which we are doing. One of them is our from CDC, Dave Bressler. He has pioneering making a school of for the biosafety cabinet certification in Tanzania. So the 10 prospective faculty members, they have completed their online courses, and we are expecting that in next month, in February 2022, a 1 week duration of hands-on training will be conducted in Dar es Salaam. There's a delay of around 6 months just due to COVID issues, which you can all imagine. And by the end of this, the third or the fourth quarter 2022, we are expecting that this program will be expanded to the regional and the international institutes, and the more trainees will be coming over here. And we are also in a process of making a trifold informational brochure, so that to market this School of Biosafety Cabinet Certification in Tanzania for a better understanding of the people. And another important framework is going on with the waste cost assessment framework. And this is an Excel-based, easy-to-use tool which has been developed with the use of PEPFAR 2022 country operational plans, working with the partnership with the Roche Diagnostics. So this tool has been developed, and it's named as a waste cost assessment framework. And it provides the overall the budget for HIV molecular waste disposal. And also this can be used to total costing of the further waste disposal and forecast expenses per country waste management program. This tool and the training video will be housed in the ASLM's website for easily accessibility and broad dissemination. Currently, this tool is being piloted in 8 countries: Eswatini, Ethiopia, Kenya, Malawi, Nigeria, Uganda, Zambia, and Zimbabwe. On the similar lines, we have a molecular lab waste management assistance program for PEPFAR Africa region. And this primarily it focuses on the HIV viral load and EID molecular testing labs for their program. And it has been again piloted in the 9 PEPFAR supported countries. The update on this one is the assessment report from these 9 participating countries has been, we have received it. And the development of a practical consideration for HIV viral load EID waste management. And again, it helps in developing a waste management decision tree and to development of protocol for the solid waste cartridges. In Nigeria, we are working with the DITRA to establish the program for the waste management, and the modern autoclave system is in place. The biomedical waste incinerator, which has been purchased, it is on its way to the facility and will be very soon will be installed. Additionally, CDC has updated its biosafety guidelines on the COVID. So CDC interim lab biosafety guidelines for handling and processing specimens associated with coronavirus disease 2019. They are updated and to reflect the recent changes in the waste management guidance. And also the guidelines for the general laboratory safe practices during the COVID-19 pandemic has been updated to align with the CDC recommendation for people who are up to date with their vaccine. So there are more information is available. I will share this detailed document with the chair so that they can disseminate with all our participants. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think those are great points, but one of the important things now, we are very rich. We have members who can even support others. I think Peter, in the next meeting, or we are going to request members who are supporting certain initiatives or supporting countries, what they are supporting, which issues they are addressing, so that we can follow them and document them as part of the package efforts. So please, members, if you are supporting a region, a country, please, can you send us what you are supporting so that we can follow it up, and maybe we shall even, it will help us to look around for champions. So please, members, take this as an action point or take away message that we want to hear from you. If you are supporting, even if it's a local group, send it to us so that we know what you are supporting. That will be very, very useful. And we want to track and document all those initiatives and efforts for our package because they are important. They should not be left undocumented. I thank you very much. Any other hand? Reaching the time, can I now ask if there is any other business people want to discuss? Anything you want to say? Any other business? Although normally I don't like any other business. That means you haven't planned. But if there's anybody who has any other business, this is the time. This is the time. Oh, I don't see any other. So members, allow me to close or to adjourn this meeting. But before I do that, I want really to convey the co-chair's greatest appreciation for you to come and I mean to spare time and attend this meeting. And we really request you to be active participants, so that, you know, we can make progress towards this package. By the way, if you know the history of this package, AP3 is a leading package in all packages. They meet regularly, they have outputs. So I think the steering committee is proud of this action package. So please, let's excel this year so that, you know, we can make good progress. And 2024 is not very far, it's near. We want to show concrete, tangible results in AP3 so that everybody is happy with us. So please, I've left a request, send us what you are supporting so that we can document it or follow it up to its logical conclusion. I thank you very much. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.